24-hour experience was a living documentary of the city. It premiered here in Melbourne, so it was a living documentary of Melbourne. It basically told 24 different perspectives of the city. So a team of about 10 artists engaged with a whole range of places, people, characters, stories and, as I said, perspectives, and created the 24 works. So every hour on the hour, a new work began and the audience moved from site to site across the city, exploring the different perspectives.
We were approached through our media department as to whether or not we would be prepared to do this. We thought that it was a good idea because one of the things that we need to do is increase the profile of tissue donation and to make the public aware of tissue donation and to discuss it amongst their family members. And this was an ideal opportunity to do that because not only do we get access to people who may be interested in tissue donation, but also the media interest around it meant that the press were involved, there was various radio shows about it, as well as newspaper articles, so it was a real good way of getting information out to the public about tissue donation. We became very interested in the donor tissue bank and the work that's done there, and we found that there was a mutual, I suppose, objective from our point of view to reveal the hidden perspective of that place, what it does, its importance to the city, to people that live here, and of course for the donor tissue bank it was an important way to reach a range of people that may not know anything about the donor tissue bank and the work it does.
I mean, it is an early start, but it's because it's a good cause that you feel like you can get out of bed and come to do something like this, and I think we had a bit of fun as well. You know, it's something we don't do every day. I'm not an actress, so to be able to do that is sort of a good adjunct to my normal job.
It's a bit like any sort of planning for a performance. We sat down as a group together with the director. We worked out sort of scene by scene what we might do to tell a story about a real case, and we sat as a group and we read through our ideas, we workshopped them a bit. Basically it was a form of improvisation around a series of things to cover in each of the scenes.
What we did was we tried to create something that was a normal part of our work in the tissue bank, and that involved one of our forensic technicians, myself as a tissue donor coordinator, the forensic pathologist and one of our tissue bank scientists. And it's just about the conversation and the processes that we would have and we would go through when we're discussing a potential donation. So we presented a scenario of a young person who had died suddenly and unexpectedly, and the death had been reported to the coroner. And then we took it from there as this person may be able to be a tissue donor, and how would we then discuss how we could make this happen, how we would talk to the family, and what sort of potential tissues we could facilitate the donation of. Yeah,
it's a unique opportunity to engage with the community. It's not too often that you get such direct feedback, and to demonstrate in such a way what we do here. It's usually closed off, and you know, even people that work here at VIFM don't get to see it, so it was a great opportunity to open ourselves up to the community.
If we're going to go for retrieving all tissues, then we'll do skin, bone, and then I'd say heart valves either at the start there as well, if you have this issue sorted out. So probably 3 hours for skin, with the 2 people performing the retrieval there. We still have a little bit of a window at the end that corneas will be able to come down and the staff can perform the cornea retrieval then as well.
Hello, could I speak with Mary Douglas, please? Mary, hello, my name is Susan Dickey. I'm a nurse and I'm calling to speak with you about Daniel. I'd like to offer my condolences. This must be an awful time for you, and I'm sorry I'm calling you at this time.
Yeah, we'll wait for David. Yeah.
So this is the potential donor then. Yep. Apart from the ribs and the head, that's the major issue. And this is a young guy who was driving a car. Looks like he was doing 100 in an 80.
Just waiting for the coroner's authorisation. So I'll be going through to the tissue retrieval room. We just need to wait for coroner's authorisation first. So by the time we get that, once I'm all set up, I should be right to then scrub up and gown up and get started.
hadn't realised much of what happened here, and now that I do, I really am quite amazed at what goes on here.
I found it very enlightening, especially the Stefan with the tissue and the times that you can keep the tissues alive.
It's about the living, it's not about the dead. It's about helping living people, but it's not about dead people, it's about living people, and you should absolutely find out more and yes, talk to your family.
I think it's a real education here, and it's an amazing job that they do, and I think everyone should be talking about tissue donation.
I've loved it today, it's been fantastic.
Yes, I think there were some people who came with some intrepidation as to what they were going to see today, and I think most of the people here really learnt something new, also went away thinking about tissue donation, and I hope some of them will discuss with their families whether or not they wish to donate.